Welcome everyone, this is my 1972 tomato red GT Beetle and today I plan on finishing off hopefully the electrical issues that I have. I'm going to start with the easy things first, hopefully, and then move on to the mystery items, see how far we get. I've also brought a padding kit for, well, what goes under the headliner. I brought that with me, so depending on how far I get, I might attempt to lay that out and get that in place as well. But, let's see how things go. Don't always go to plan, especially when I work on this car, but we'll see. Oh, and you may have noticed, hopefully if the audio is better, you'll be able to hear my awful accent and voice clearly, so just let me know if that's an improvement. Yeah, enough yakking. Let's get some stuff done. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is try and get this number plate light working. It was working in the car before I started doing all this tear down, so let's have a look at that. I don't know if you'll notice what you can see. Oh, zooming in way further than I expected. We have a broken terminal on here, and this is the original wiring, this piece. Don't know whether you can see there. And is part of the new loom. So I'm just gonna put a terminal on that and connect them. So I just bought not so long back this little kit here, and it wasn't expensive, but it's quite nice. Comes with cutters, crimpers, strippers, and a bunch of different sized terminals on the under part. So I'm going to try and show how I'm doing this without taking up too much time. Actually, my dad has a better pair of wire strippers, so I'm going to use those if I can find them. And this is why I don't film much. Okay, yes, wow, got them. So I much prefer this type wire stripper like that. I think they're a lot better. So just going to trim some of that off there. Got some sorry, camera work. There we go. You won't be able to see, but there's some corrosion on that wire. I don't want to take too much off there. I mean, I've got plenty here, so I might do both of them. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to cut that back a little bit further, just to get rid of the corrosion. Might have to take some of this sheathing off here. Yeah, I can't. Oh, there we go. Let's fit that nicely. Oh. Okay. Now I'm creating problems for myself. Let's see. I've got any cutters here. There we go. Now I'll cut into that wire too. So what I'm going to do, cut some more of this off without cutting into the wires, hopefully. Don't know how much of this you can see. No. Are you getting it? You guys let me know if this is what you want me to include. Right, it's all there. I'm just going to cut. There. There you go. So I'm going to replace both terminals now. I can clearly see the colour of the wires there. So that's much better. And we've got, let's say, we've got plenty of length to connect them up. So we don't need that much exposed on there. Let's cut some of that off. And then trim this one back as well. Now clearly, I'm no wiring pro. It's the first time I've dealt with any of this. I don't know how well you can see what I've done there. I've basically just cut both terminals off, trimmed them right back, and now we can put some fresh ones on. So if I find the pieces that I trimmed off, is this? Now I'm going to match in size terminal for that. So there's just some of the wires around it, and that's like old. Hopefully you can't hear my breathing. I know when I watch some videos sometimes if you can hear people's breathing it's quite off-putting, but hopefully you can't. I tested the microphone really quickly to make sure it was actually recording. So I've never used one of these before, so hopefully I'll do this segment here and I'll watch it back and find out that it all sounds terrible and not upload it. So what size am I going to use here for this? And so I've got the crimpers ready here, so you can work out what size you need to use on the cutters. You see they've got marked IDs on them for sizes. Got 0.25 to 0.5, yada yada yada. And this is really small. Well, they've got numbers on there. I think they correspond with that. Or maybe it's just I don't know what it is. But I'm just going to do one without the wire on, just to see how it goes. Yeah, that worked quite nicely. But that'll be fine. So I'll get another one of those. I'm going to need two. And I do have these transparent covers. I don't know how these fit. Do these go on afterwards? Can't imagine they do. Yeah, you must have to slide them in place first somehow. I don't know. I'm going to put this cover on, but once it's in place I don't see how I'm going to, unless I put that on the wire first. Is that right? Someone let me know how stupid I'm being. Or what? Like that. But how do I crimp it? Because I haven't took enough of that back. Is that what you do? Is that right? Put these in place first. and then crimp and then slide them over. So then you're going to have a lot of this exposed, I'd imagine, like that. What is the answer? Do I just trim some more of that off? I don't imagine it's going to hurt that much, is it? Because I would like something over the top of those. What am I talking about? They're going inside of here. Couldn't somebody get a heads up? So they're just, I don't need to. They're going to be, right, okay. Stop overthinking things. Right. So, got my two terminals here. And I think, where's the, so now you're seeing that most of the time is spent looking for stuff. Yeah. So if anyone's done any wiring before, you will notice that there's not really much exposed wire sticking past this crimp here. So that's what I want to aim for. Right. So I'll do it roughly there. So I'm going to go put this in my tool first. Is how I normally do it. So I'll just lock that in place, focus like that, and then I'll feed the wire through. This is how I did it on my limited experience, and then just crimp. Not too bad. Right, there's one down. Only took me 10 minutes to film. Give it a little pull. Yeah, that's fine. Right, and then we've got this brown one. I'm just going to give it a twist there. Same deal. And like I said, these were just this was just like a relatively cheap kit, and you can like press it in place and like give it one click and it'll hold it. So I'll get that one out right there. Same one here. Hopefully I've got that. Looks okay. And two new connections. Simple, straightforward stuff. And we're already 11 minutes into that. Right, so we've got corresponding wires here, that's good. You can see we've got like a blue, or yes, it's blue, grey and blue, and a brown. And then I've got a brown and a grey, so I'm just gonna match those together. Oh, and I've messed up. Huh. Okay. So I've got two male connectors going to each other there. I thought they were a spade. Right. Do I have spades? Yes, I do. So what I might do is, I don't want to cut any more of this because I've already cut some off there. I'm happy with them. So I might cut into the new wires because there's quite a lot exposed there, and I've got loads of slack, and change them for spade connectors like that. Read that. Huh. They're stuck in there forever. So let me swap them over, and then we'll come back and test it, because hey, there's 30 minutes gone already and I've done literally nothing. So okay, so I changed my mind. I just put the spade ends on this side. However, you will notice that the spade I've used is way too long. So once again, I'm going to have to take it back apart and fit a shorter length spade because they are very exposed. So that's the one I used without testing anything. And basically I need to use one that is like stubby, like that. So hey, we're all learning. However, should we test to see if it works? And I don't want to close that fully, so what I'm going to do is, can I, professionalism, right, so I'll just connect the battery. Okay. Now I've got glass in my door now, so I can't just reach through. So turn the ignition on. Right. Are we ready? Huh. Oh, it works. Great. But I think the light on my dash blew. Oh no, it's on. That was weird. Good. Something fixed and went well. Okay. Yeah, it said I don't want to close that. I'm going to fix the terminals on that first. You can see I have brake light as well there. Well, daylight. But that leads me on to the next issue. If you watch there, you'll see no brake lights. I'm pressing the brake pedal. Nothing. They all still work? Wonderful. Right, so there's one job down. So the next one involves pulling the tank. So I can hopefully find something obvious that's going to repair the brake lights. Alright everyone, you may have noticed, due to the lighting situation, that some time has passed. However, I believe everything now is working. Let's just have the car prove me wrong, of course. So we got ignition on and brake lights. Yep. We got one of them, and both of them. And now so as you can see, hopefully everything's working. Let's just go for a little walk here. So that includes the light under there for the number plate. You saw the brake lights working there. Go around to the front real quick. Got both indicators working, headlights, side lights. That's it. So the video has taken quite a lot of time. I don't like to make videos any longer than 15 minutes if I can help it. A lot of people only watch for maybe 2 minutes on average. So I don't see the point in recording a video for that long. So what happened was, let me just turn these lights off. So the issue was on the rear lights, the brakes, it wasn't anything to do with the switch on the master cylinder. I checked all that. Used a test light on there to verify I had power there. followed all the wiring back to the rear lights, had power there, took the clusters off, checked them, and turned out there was just like a silly issue with contacts, the bulbs not touching, or things just dirty, silly things like that. And I knew that's all it would be really, because everything has been working on here. Oh, one thing I haven't shown, which it was baffling me a little bit, as to why it wasn't working, but you remember me saying that the horn kept blowing? Really? No. Alright, now for some reason I don't have a horn again. Okay. It was working, honestly. So that's something else I need to, unless I'm just doing something. Well, I wonder if I put this light on I can see, check my fuses. Probably not. Yeah, they all look fine. Weird. So it must just be the connection. That's going to bug me now because it was working. Oh, let me turn these lights off. Didn't realise I'd left them on. I mean, this is the to and fro working on a car that I don't really normally like to include, because, like I say, it's not that interesting. Not many people want to see it. And I've got my horn down here. Oh, it's disconnected itself. That'll do it. 1 second. Alright, I just connected that back up. I haven't tested it off camera. I wanted to include it, but there we go. I told you it worked. I wasn't lying. So the connections will just come off. So that needs to be mounted. That's working. So everything on here is working electrically. However, there is one thing that I'm yet to set up, which I'll probably have to do next, and that's the wiper motor. It works. I can turn the ignition on and turn it, you'll hear the motor working, but I don't see the point in that. So that's probably going to end it, because like I say, it's getting dark now. However, this is the headliner padding kit, and as the weather is starting to improve slightly, I'm going to consider fitting this. It's not going to be today now, obviously, it's too dark. So probably next weekend. The car is pretty much cleared out. I've got the rear bumper brackets over here. There's a bit of rubbish at the back, but I should be able to get in, put the padding kit in place. I also, off camera, you won't be able to see. Oh, will you? Hold on a second. Maybe you will. Nope. Bear with me 1 second. You'll enjoy that view there. Can't find there. Right. So I've tidied up a little bit under here as I was working here to take the tank out, to check the master cylinder switch for the brake light. So I got under it and I did a little bit of tidying up on the wiring. So basically I just came in and neatened that side up, this side, because the wires were very long. I've also now got a glove box in place, and I roughly fitted that vent. That's in. I haven't done the one on this side because it's still wiring to tidy up. yeah, those are all the things. So I'm quite pleased with how much I got done today. Everything works electrically, so that's a big deal. And yeah, and concentrate on including this next time. So that should be the next video. I don't see why not, so long as the weather isn't like really cold and snowing. It's the UK, anything's possible. So that's going to do it. I hope the microphone has improved the audio. It wasn't an expensive one, so the audio is probably still bad, but at least you should be able to hear me now. Yeah, so let me know your thoughts, and thanks everyone for coming back and watching, commenting, like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video when we fit this guy. I know a lot of people are interested in seeing, not necessarily everyone that's on YouTube, but people on following me on Instagram have shown an interest in wanting to see what these are like to fit. And this is the TMI headliner kit, so I think it's called a deluxe kit, I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, that's going to do it. Thanks everyone for watching, and we should see you next week. Cheers, bye.